I am Kershel Pierre, representing Tobago House of Culture Stars. Not only that company, but I'm representing the whole of Tobago. So come September the 6th and the 13th to come and represent your area. Kershel Pierre for Tobago, Team Tobago. Come and see what we have in store for you.
Good morning and welcome back. Well, as you've seen right there, we have Miss Kershel Pierre in the studio with us this morning, and she is the Miss Reine Rive candidate or delegate for 2025. Good morning and welcome.
Pleasant good morning, and thank you for having me here.
Right, excellent. And this morning she has accompanying her, no stranger to the set here on Tobago Update, Mr. Jesse Taylor, who's a cultural officer at the Division of Tourism. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me, Mr.
Now, we know that you are an integral part of Tobago's culture and a number of the cultural activities that happen here on the island. And this Miss Reine Rive representation of Tobago is, is like no other, because you have chosen your delegate and you're coming to the public, and we have the beautiful Miss Pierre here in studio with us, and we know that you are working your magic on her.
We're trying the best. Team Tobago is doing.
Team Tobago.
Yes.
So tell us a bit about Tobago's participation this year, Mr. Taylor.
Tobago's participation has been paved with a lot of resilience, diligence. We've seen over the years the fruits of the womb. I think I have the honor of saying that Tobago's first Reine Rive, who was Miss Donna Reed in 1994, when I was just a babe, was able to bring to Tobago's first glory. And 30 years later, we saw Miss Uncle doing such a noble feat. Along the ways, we've been able to mark our presence in so many ways, but not just only in Reine Rive, because Tobago continues to display quite a vast majority of Tobago's cultural wealth on the national stage in other areas. So this year we even had a TASA group who was essentially made up of young men from Tobago who have African descent making it to the finals, and we hope that they will do very well. So we've seen that, and more importantly, we've seen the succession in the intergenerational way it happens. And so yes, Tobago's has been marked, and I want to really commend all of Tobago's near and far for the way they have made this something very important as we seek to for other things to make Tobago this greatest place that we talk about on the island.
Excellent. And again, welcome to you, Miss Pierre. How are you feeling this morning?
I am feeling very privileged and honored to have another opportunity to be on TV and also to be a part of the Prime Minister's Best Village Reine Rive competition.
Is this your first pageant? Tell us a bit about your history in pageantry and what brought you to this point.
So what happened is that my first pageant was the Miss Tobago Heritage Personality in 2018, where I became the first runner-up, and that was actually my first time I was supporting Miss Lisa McSqueen School of Dance. At first I was a bit anxiety, but I had confidence. I knew I could have did well, and even going into pageantry, I started to like it a lot. And I said, okay, pageantry can teach me and build my self-development, build on my weak areas as well.
I like that you said that. Because, pageantry has a lot to do with that holistic development and helping you to be a better person on a whole. Tell us about some of the, the internal self-development principles that you would have learned going through this journey, and why it's important for persons to continue supporting this type of pageantry.
Well, for pageantry at the Prime Minister's Best Village and Tobago Heritage Personality, it teaches you how to be confident. It also teaches you how to be brave, as well as get into public speaking, learn about communication, and especially about Tobago's culture, because without culture you do not know who you are as an individual. And for me, being able to know about Tobago's culture, the rich history that we have, and to appreciate so many different colonies that came here, so many African tribes that came here, you just feel that, okay, this is me, this is who I am. And also to be able to showcase it on a national stage at the Prime Minister Best Village, it's an opportunity to be like a brand ambassador of Tobago, to say this is what Tobago has to offer, even as well as learning the other cultures in Trinidad and the various communities that's participating as well.
Excellent, excellent. And Mr. Taylor, we saw even in that early clip, the video, we saw a really beautiful dress. Tell us about the team behind this queen,
so that
and all the work that's going.
So that there were so many layers, and I want to say we were so fortunate because we had Miss Gillian Franklin, who was and has been such a source of support, because all this happened during everything else we have been doing, because we also had the violence of music, and we saw moving hundreds of people in a very tight situation to Trinidad. And then while Miss Pierre had this thing, we were in Barbados for Carrie Festa, so that it took so many parts moving. So we compliment the fact that Marcus Stevens would have done the initial headpiece, and the seamstress who did this creation is Cindy and Thomas, who is originally from Tobago, who really presented all of what you've seen here. And then we had the opportunity to work with some people from the community who did the embellishment and, putting this stuff together, because this was really a big moment for Tobago to really make a mark on the first national stage, and this is the promotion. What you see is what you get, and obviously you're seeing a lot of the other elements that supports us, the African and parts of what the European trend, and we have things that represent the British, the Dutch, because she is in fact representing the town, the capital city, Scarborough, under the banner of Tobago House of Culture Stars, and essentially Tobago, she's the only delegate from Tobago.
Excellent. And clearly with this this outfit, you would have stood out significantly among your competitors, right? But tell us a bit about when the competition is happening.
So on this Saturday, the 6th of September at SAPA, there will be the self-expression and the talents. So those who are in Trinidad or in Tobago and unable to come, you can go online, go at Facebook on the Best Village page or the Tobago Updates, anyone who's streaming it, and you can watch it. And also I would like to thank those who are supporting me, those who have been my backbone, Mr. Jesse, as well as all those who are doing my clothing, who have been my day one. I even want to thank God for you. Also thank God for giving me this opportunity to be a candidate and also a delegate to represent Tobago as well.
Excellent. So that is this Saturday, the 6th of September at 6 p.m. at SAPA. Mr. Taylor, does it get easier or does it get harder?
I think it gets each one is a new experience, and I am really happy for any opportunity to really move the vision forward. I think that we've seen, I'm sitting here and I'm feeling a sense of pride, in not even if about so much the crown. I think the road that marks, it paves the way to that, the ascension to glory is remarkable. But we didn't see that the 13th actually is the culmination of the entire festival, and Tobago's rich, vibrant presence is noted and counted. I'm sure it will be valued, with the results of all the areas that started way back in May will now be made public, including the culmination of the Miss Tobago Reine Rive in their evening gown and the final night on the 13th at Napa.
Excellent. And even as we wrap up this morning's discussions, tell us about why this type of participation is important for Tobago and Tobago's tourism and cultural product.
I see that because what it does, it really creates a basket of you know, the old adage is that one cocoa full basket. I think that this allows us to continue to put into the basket those things that are essentially important for our preservation. It's important for the cultural ecology. It is important for an island that essentially is looking towards tourism, and it's very tourism based, and apart from the fact that we are very behind preservation, I think it is you know, it is a road well traveled, and that it allows room for everyone who wants to get on board in whatever ways. And this is just one of the vehicles that is on the roadway to taking us to the pathway of excellence. And the division continues to mirror that in its vision, in its mandates, where we invest a lot into training and how we utilize those things. And right now we're getting ready to move into cruise ship. We're getting ready to move into October Carnival. And there's so many things that these things will find its space in. And it's not just, this one is where we can actually say, took this Tobago village to raise this young lady that you see here today, and she's not alone, and she represents 60,000 people strong. I was telling to say something else, but I can't say it here. So it's just so much in it, and I really think that it's the embodiment of a lot of hard work, people, their dreams, their vision, and it's really a glorious thing to watch it bear fruit and to allow Tobago's presence to be felt well, good and hard on the world stage.
Excellent. I want to thank you so much, Mr. Taylor, for continuing to support Tobago's culture, especially through your mentorship of these young women at the different pageantry levels on this island. And you know, we're wishing you all the success, Miss Kershel Pierre.
Thank you so much.
In the upcoming competition. And you know, we are also saying thank you to your team and everybody that's supporting you, all your sponsors, everyone that's backing you in this competition. Guys, we're going to take a quick break right here, and we'll be back with much more conversation right after this. See you soon.